What's up and welcome back to the Gridiron with Chance Aspen. Subscribe down below and give this video a like, comment. Now, enjoy this video. Alright, welcome back to another video. This is my first official NFL Thoughts video. If you don't know, I do one of these for college football as well. Every single week during this NFL season, I'm going to be giving you my 5 thoughts through each week. So let's go. My 5 thoughts through week 1. Here it is. Thought number 1. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to be way more explosive this season. With the additions of Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown, this team is going to go back to the team they were from 2018 to 2021 when they had Tyreek Hill. They're going to be more and more explosive. And you saw it already in the first game of the season against the Baltimore Ravens with Xavier Worthy. Brown didn't play, but with Worthy, they got speed on the outside. They got the deep ball back. They looked like the normal Kansas City Chiefs. Last year's team was not the Kansas City Chiefs that we all know and remember. It's not what made them so dangerous year after year after year. I felt like they won the Super Bowl last year just on their experience in big games. But this is the year their offense is going to put fear in defenses around the league. And that's what really makes the Kansas City Chiefs scarier this year, is they're going to be 10 times more explosive on offense. Because of Xavier Worthy, who they drafted in the first round, and Marquise Brown, who they got in free agency. These guys that are legit 4.3, 4.2 speed can take the top off the defense and help out Travis Kelce and Rashee Rice, who can be the yak guys for this offense. This makes this offense very, very scary. You saw it against Baltimore, and it didn't look as good as it's going to look week after week after week. This offense is just going to get better and better and better. And I'm really excited to watch this offense this season. Thought number 2. Why do the Cincinnati Bengals keep getting off the slow starts to begin the season? I think the first thing has been injuries. Obviously, with Joe Burrow being injured kind of every training camp he's missed. From serious injuries to minor injuries, he's just had something going on with him. And then contracts. And that's really become bigger this year. It's really only happened this year with Jamar Chase, obviously sitting out of training camp for basically all of training camp. But the next thing is Joe Burrow. And in my opinion, his struggles to see the field at a high level is what makes this team start slow. Because this offense is predicated on Joe Burrow seeing the field at a high level. It's built around that. It's built around his brain. It's built around his ability to process quickly, make decisions quickly, get the ball out of his hand, and get the ball into his playmakers and make the right read, rep after rep after rep. And when he can't do that, you see this offense go down 3 steps. Because let's be honest, Zach Taylor isn't a very creative play caller. You know, he's not a Sean McVay. He's not a Kyle Shanahan. He's not a Matt LaFleur. He's not these guys that are geniuses when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. He's a good play caller, but he needs Joe Burrow to be playing at an MVP top 5 quarterback level for this offense to really be good. And it's built around Burrow's brain and Burrow's ability to process at a high level. So when they can't do that and he can't do that, and he's going to get better with it. He does every year. Like, this team's going to figure this out. But the reason why they start slow is because he doesn't really get any reps in preseason. And for whatever reason, he cannot see the field at a high level through the first couple of weeks of every season. I don't believe it's injury related at all for Joe Burrow. I don't believe the wrist is affecting him really at all. His struggles to see the field at a high level, because that's what this offense is built around. So once he gets back to doing that, this offense will shoot back up to one of the best in the league. Thought number 3. Matthew Stafford is so much fun to watch. This past week on Sunday Night Football against the Detroit Lions, a team he used to play for, a team he gave his blood, sweat, and tears to, he went into Detroit with a terrible offensive line. They had so many injuries across that offensive line, it was pathetic. And he just competed. That's what I love most about Matthew Stafford. I think Chris Collinsworth said it. Matthew Stafford just competes. And that's what he did. He got hit, he got banged up, but he just kept getting back up and competing, and he made some high-level throws. High-level throws against Detroit. Now, they didn't beat Detroit. They lost to him in overtime. But Matthew Stafford, there wasn't a lot of great quarterback play over week one. But I thought Matthew Stafford was the clear-cut best quarterback in the NFL as far as high-level throws made. He made so many high-level throws against Detroit. It was so much fun to watch. It was so much fun to watch him play on Sunday Night Football. He looked like a top 5 quarterback. Sometimes I always wonder why Matthew Stafford gets put in that category as a top 5 guy. But on Sunday, I got it. I realized why people believe he is a top 5 quarterback. Because of what he did against Detroit. He was so impressive, and it was so fun to watch him play. Thought number 4. Can Deshaun Watson ever return to Houston Deshaun Watson? Like, seriously. Because I don't know who the guy that played against the Cowboys on Sunday was. That guy looked lost, overthrows by a mile, missing receivers by a mile, not just by a little bit. It looked like he never played a game in the NFL in his life. And I know he's coming off serious shoulder surgery. I get that. That's not over my head. I understand it's a serious injury. But that performance was pathetic by Deshaun Watson. They are not paying you the type of money they are paying you to play like that. They don't give you, $230 million guaranteed to play like that. That was a pathetic performance by Deshaun Watson. There's no excuses for that. There's no excuses for that. There was too many plays where he was just scrambling for no reason, escaping the pocket for no reason when he didn't need to. He looked flustered. He looked out of sorts. Like I said, he looked like he never played a game in the NFL. That is unacceptable for a guy that you're paying $230 million guaranteed dollars to. Deshaun Watson has to be better for the Cleveland Browns. Because it's not like the Cleveland Browns lack talent. Their roster is one of the best in the NFL. They need Deshaun Watson to play like Houston Deshaun Watson. If they get that guy again, now, is that guy still in there? I kind of doubt it. But they paid for Houston Deshaun Watson, so I'm going to hold him to that standard. Because Cleveland is paying for that guy to show up, not the guy that showed up against the Cowboys on Sunday. My 5th and final thought, Baker Mayfield has revived his career in Tampa Bay, and it's a joy to watch. I'll be honest, after he left Cleveland, went to Carolina, I thought he was done. I thought he was washed, and I thought he might potentially be out of the league in a couple of years. But he went to Tampa Bay, and he figured it out. And he's got talent around him now, and the offense is finally built around what Baker Mayfield does best. Because in week 1, there weren't a lot of great performances, but stats-wise, he was the best. Threw 4 touchdown passes, looked great. Yeah, I get it's just against the Commanders, but he looked excellent. And this is what happens when you put a system around a talented quarterback and you believe in a quarterback. This is what happens. I don't think Baker Mayfield really got believed. I don't think people really believed in Baker Mayfield when he was in Cleveland. Now in Tampa Bay, they put the system around him. He's got the players around him, and he gets to thrive in Tampa Bay. But that's my 5 NFL thoughts through week 1. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and have an awesome day.